the justice system kind of fails.
We live in that world, unfortunately, bro, where a man can... I don't want to bring it up because the story's coming later, because I've got it later in my notes.
Okay.
But yeah, we live in that kind of world, man, where people can get away with murder nowadays, man. Literally get away with murder. And then, like, come back and get out of prison and then confess. But the confession's in a lost tape. That's constantly gets brought up. Did anyone hear about this?
What's this?
The O.J. Simpson thing.
Yeah, of course.
But the lost tape.
Oh, what? He confessed to actually doing it?
Bruv,
Yeah.
Like
oh, really? Is he gone down there?
I'll bring up now because we've gone onto it, but like I was gonna bring it up later, but fucking.
Do it now.
So obviously, O.J. Simpson, like Fox, they aired like the trailer to his like lost tapes that he was that supposedly what happened was it was an interview that was recorded in 2006, which was to promote his hypothetical book If I Did It.
Okay.
And there's like I found the clip from YouTube because I was watching my and he this is the TMZ thing.
The chapter 6 is called The Night in Question, and you write in the book. Now picture this and keep in mind that this is hypothetical. Why don't you tell me what might have happened on the night of June 12th, 1994? And let's just walk through the night.
Well, first of all, this is very difficult for me to do this. It's very difficult for me because it's hypothetical. I know and I accept the fact that people are going to feel whatever way they're going to feel. They're going to, whatever they want to feel. In the book, the hypothetical is...
Charlie.
Charlie. This guy Charlie shows up, the guy who I used to become friends with, and I don't know why he had been by Nicole's house, but it told me you wouldn't believe what's going on over there. And I remember thinking, well, whatever's going on over there has got to stop, right? So we kind of hooked up together, and I'm kind of broad stroking this. We go over. Get in the Bronco and go over it.
Let's just go back and do the details. Where did you park?
Do the detail.
You parked
in the hypothetical in the alley.
You park in the alley.
Because he's talking about his hypothetical book, If I Did It.
You put on a wool cap and gloves.
He's just...
in the hypothetical, I put on a cap and gloves.
Right. And you reached under the seat for...
a knife. I always kept a knife in the car for the crazies and stuff because you can't travel with a gun. And I remember Charlie saying, you ain't bringing that. And I didn't, right? But I believe he took it.
Charlie took the knife?
Yeah. In the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, the back gate, you go through the back gate?
Yes.
And it was open or broken or?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I go to the front and I'm looking to see what's going on. And I can see that it appears like Nicole had candles up all the time. She really did to keep her overhead down, I think. And music was on, and while I was there, a guy shows up.
So Ron Goldman comes in the back gate.
Yeah, a guy that I really didn't recognize. I may have seen him around, but I really didn't recognize him to be anyone. And in the mood I was in, I started having words with him.
He says to you, I just came by to return a pair of glasses. Judy left them at the restaurant.
Yeah, words to that effect, yes.
And he was...
I don't know if I believed it or didn't believe it. It was pretty much immaterial because, I was more concerned about everything that was going on, and was fed up with it, I guess. And
you get into a fight. Nicole comes out.
A verbal fight. Got a little loud, and by that time, Nicole had come out, and we started having words about who is this guy, why is he here, what's going on.
And she says, this is my house, get the F out of here.
Yes, and which I didn't like because, once again, this is the same person, and if you read the book, you'll see some things that happened in the 2 weeks leading up to this that were you know. And I think Charlie had followed this guy in, wanted to make sure there was no problem, and he brought the knife. As things got heated, I just remember Nicole fell and hurt herself. And this guy kind of got into a karate thing. And I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed the knife. I do remember that portion, taking the knife from Charlie. And to be honest, after that, I don't remember. Except I'm standing there and there's all kind of stuff around. And
what kind of stuff?
Blood and stuff around. You know, I hate to say this, but this is hard. I'm sorry.
Right.
I know we got to back up again.
Right. It's okay. I'm going to back up.
This
is hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to back up to
try to make people think that I'm a
you wrote in the book, I had never seen so much blood in my life.
He wrote it from a first-person account.
Covered.
This is a bit silly, isn't it, though, really?
Can you describe it?
It's hard for me to describe it, I'm telling you. I don't think any two people could be murdered the way they were without everybody being covered in blood. And of course, I think we've all seen the grisly pictures after. So, yeah, I think everything would have been covered in blood.
And what goes through your mind at a time like that?
I don't know. It's like, what happened?
Right. You write about removing a glove before taking the knife from Charlie.
You know, I had no conscious memory of doing that, but obviously I must have because they found the glove there.
And blacking out. Have you ever blacked out before?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
No, of course, if something like this would take place in anybody's life, if it were to happen, I would imagine it's something that you would probably automatically have trouble wrapping your mind
Digging
around.
a grave, isn't it?
It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I was. Okay. Can't pause it. But carry on. So yeah, that was
That's
a
crazy.
confession.
Just dug himself a grave, as far as I'm concerned.
That sounded.
What's the purpose of? You know what? I don't want to entertain the subject, but it's like this is a book
Yeah, he wrote a book called If I Did It.
If I Did It.
And he wrote it from a first person account.
And he's doing an interview talking about, I don't remember. Like, he's trying to remember what he wrote in the book.
Yeah, but
it's like you're remembering what actually happened.
Yeah.
It's a bit silly. It's a bit silly.
This is what happened.
It's a bit silly.
And then he went to that picture of all the blood on the floor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he said, "Oh, you
Yeah.
need to do it. There's blood everywhere."
He's not very smart, is he?
So
He shouldn't have even done the interview. At least just not do the interview.
but he was doing it to promote his book.
And he shouldn't do that.
But then obviously, when Fox recorded it, they obviously looked back at the footage. They were like, "Nah, we can't. we might as well lose this."
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Oh dear.
yeah, so obviously he was not found guilty for the double homicide in 1995.
Mm-hmm.
But he was then arrested for going in and stealing his own memorabilia or something and put in prison for that.
So they got him back in.
Yeah, they got him for something. So obviously this was a clip from Fox, which they recorded in 2006 interview.
Yeah.
Which will be a 2-hour special, which they're going to put on Fox. And the interview was obviously done to promote his book, If I Did It. Both the interview and the book was pulled at the same time because of public outrage.
That's so much for promotion, isn't it?
But the book was eventually published after a court awarded the rights to the victim, Ron
I don't
Goldsman.
know, man. Doing a book like that, it's like teasing. It's like you're pissing on someone, but you're calling it rain. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're just
Like,
pouring salt on the wounds, man.
the title of the book that they released is If I Did It, Confessions of a Killer with the if disguised in the design. So obviously it looks like I did it. But the Ron Goldman family, they protested to have it being released because it's basically his confession.
After seeing that, nah.
But all it is, to me, is kind of proof that in the world that we live in, a black man, can get off for killing 2 white people.
Oh, but wait, hold on. Let's go back with that. I'm not black, I'm OJ.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He exposed himself anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
I mean, OJ can do it. I don't know
if a black man.
The whole...
But I say black man because to the everyday other person looking at him, he is a black man.
Yeah.
So...
Not in America.
Well...
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
Not in America,
He's
but
OJ.
whether they want to acknowledge him or not, he is a black man.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Corey's like, yep.
Yeah, but
that's one for the
He's
team.
No, I'm not saying it's one
a special black man.
He is very special. He was about to buy NBC at the time, but when he was
there
getting
you go.
convicted, so he would have been a very powerful man if if he didn't go and steal his own memorabilia.
I mean, I you know, as you said that, it made me think about the Cosby issue. But we won't get into that. I think we're gonna leave that for
Everything's coming
another
out.
day.
But,
Did he get off?
what?
Well,
Did he get off?
Cosby's thing's a bit complicated. It's,
There's too many accounts in it.
Yeah, too many accounts, too many things.
Yeah.
Cosby's done. It's a bit questionable.
Yeah. So
I never liked Cosby anyway. But...
the next story I was gonna bring up was about Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, man.
He passed away this week.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
I was walking by the station and I saw the paper and I was like, oh my days.
Yeah, man. I know. I think, what was it, yesterday or?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I think it was yesterday,
yeah.
yeah. It's crazy.
My nan made sure I knew about that guy. That's me.
But what I wanted to bring up was there was an article I read about Stephen Hawking. He left us with this chilling thing about Donald Trump.
Oh, did he leave us?
And climbing. He said, basically it says that before Donald Trump became president, he was talking about Donald Trump, and he said that he was a demigod.
A demigod.
What is that? What that says?
Let me see. Oh no! That's. I don't know what the hell that says. It's not demigod though.
Let me see that. There was a what?
I don't know how to pronounce that. Demigod.
What? Say what?
It's probably someone listening. Like I know what it says.
This dyslexia.
Where are you, bro? Where are you at?
Oh, sorry. It's right there. That word.
A demigod.
Yeah. I think it means something
What does it mean?
evil. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The lowest common denominator.
So I'm gonna ask. I mean,
It's the lowest common denominator. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He's the lowest of the lowest.
So that's what Stephen Hawking thought about Donald Trump.
Oh, well, you know, he's not far off. I'll give it to him.
And he was saying that, do you know how the president, he withdrew from the Paris climate accords last June? Saying it was detrimental to American workforces for the Paris climate stuff was going on.
Okay.
So...
I've been living under a rock as of recently. I need to ask, how did Stephen Hawking die?
I think
Is it just due to his
natural
causes?
Okay, it was
because I know they said this man should have died a long time ago.
yeah, it's 75,
And you know he's
still young.
He's done. I think he's done well. You know, considering the odds that were against him. I've seen the film,
definitely.
and
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, rest in peace to Stephen Hawkins.
So he said that climate change is one of the greatest dangers we face,
Yes.
and it's one